everybody, and welcome back to Beginner's Fab. My name is Eric McGrew, of course, and I'm the host of the show. Today's going to be a little bit different for the show because, well, as you can see, I'm not in my home anymore. We are back in the States, and as that's the case, we're trying to get everything settled. We haven't even figured out where we're going to live yet, so that's a little bit of an issue for me in that sense. But I am moving forward with all this stuff. I'm trying to do the best I can. And I've got a bunch of pokers in the fire, so we're going to deal with that pretty soon. Hopefully I'll have some information for you guys soon and that kind of stuff. What's going on today, though, is that I found a couple of really cool things that I wanted to show you guys. How they escaped me before, I don't know. It's just circumstances and things like that. But I actually found some really cool resources for you guys, and that's what I want to bring out to you. Two of them specifically are just the ones that I found. There may be more out there, and I'm sure there are. But Miller Electronics, the welding company, they have a very cool resource that you can see here that I'm looking at right now, which is gas metal arc welding, or GMAW, or what most people just consider MIG. The interesting thing about this application here is that you can download it on your tablet. In fact, right behind me here, I have my tablet. And on my tablet, I have Miller, and here you can see that you can choose MIG, which is flux core or solid wire, and you can also choose stick and TIG for this application, and this application is for calculating your welds. Now, once again, they're not sitting with you in the real world circumstance or situation that you're involved in, so it's an approximation. But you pick what you're going to weld, let's say mild steel, and they're going to ask you how thick is it. Now, one thing to know about this application is here, it doesn't go in sequential order. I don't really understand how they put this category here, but if you scroll up, at the very bottom there's 5/16, 3/8, 3/16, and then it goes through the gauges, of course, and all the way up to 1/2 inch. Now, the interesting thing about it is that they give you not only the gauge and the inch fraction, but they also give you the millimeter. And from living in South America, I've become accustomed to the millimeter, and I kind of like that. So that's just another feature. And that also applies to you guys who are in Europe. You could actually use this. And even though you may not be using a Miller machine, it would work very closely in relation to what you need. Here you'll see that it gives you the wire size recommended and the speed recommended. And for instance here, up at the top it says short circuit transfer, which is a kind of welding transfer. It says it's not recommended at all. Down here it says spray arc transfer. And it gives you in the bottom here a description of why or how. It says generally used for thicker metals in the flat or slightly horizontal position. And then with that, you also have the wire size, 0.45 or 1.1 millimeter at 390 inch per minute of movement. And that's what it's saying about the wire speed. And then you have here the shielding gas and voltage. And it says if you're going to do this, you should use 98% argon at 2% O2 with 29 to 30 volts. And then amperage range should be 315. And here under steel welding wire, it says for steel, there are two common wire types. Use an AWS classification, ER70S-3 for all purpose. Economical welding, use ER70S-6 wire when more deoxidizers are needed for welding on dirty or rusty steel. And then it says must be used with CO2 or 75-25 argon CO2. Shielding gas for indoor, no use or no wind. And then it gives you a few other specifications there. So this is actually really handy if you're getting started. And as I mentioned, it shows you for TIG, shows you for flux core if you select that, and it also shows you for stick what you should be using or what might be the best option. And then they have another application, which is all about how to actually MIG weld, and they actually have it for TIG and stick welding. And you get to see all their videos that they have and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. And you can select what different methods are and how to learn how to do it. And you can actually find this other app that I have here on the screen, which is Gas Metal Arc Welding. And here, when you open it up, it gives you all these cool info that you see here on this display on the images. It's really, really cool, and I've been looking over it. There's a bunch of videos embedded in that as well that you can use. So definitely go check these out. They're free online. Go download them, especially if you're getting into this and you're learning how to weld, and that'll help you in all your different applications, because it also covers aluminum and stainless steel, for instance. And it's just something to have as a resource in the moment, that's easy to pull out when you need it. So I thought I'd share this with you guys today. Hope that you found it interesting. Let me know what you think about the applications. Let me know if you found any other applications or anything like that that you think I should reference for other people or let other people know about. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. So thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check out offroadindependence.com. I've got a relatively new podcast up. It's episode number 36, the second part of my interview with Augustine Jimenez. Make sure you stop by that. We talk about why LS motors are so popular in aftermarket off-road swaps and racing. We also talk about the differences in leaf springs versus progressive rate coil springs. And we talk about his Bronco a little bit more too. So I think you guys will find that interesting. Head on over there and you can see it. Don't forget to watch it on YouTube. And I enjoy everything. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope to be able to bring you more episodes soon. And I'll see you in the next video.